Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen. Here we are. We are in the mid-season of F1, and we're in the middle of the finals as well. As predicted, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors are in the finals. I mean, it wasn't that hard to choose. All you had to worry was one of the three choke artists in Houston gonna choke, and right on cue here was Chris Paul. But before we get into that, we will start with F1 today. Taylor, nice to see you back here again. How you been, man?
Been good. How about yourself? You went down to your hometown and got married and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait. I was already married. Yeah. We talked about that last episode. We talked about it. But I did go on a cruise, which is why we're not here. We weren't here in a couple weeks. But yeah, man. And some news for you? Any news for you? You still same boring old?
Same boring old.
No, I'm just kidding, man. You just go ahead and get started with the F1.
So with starting back about 3 weeks ago now, we'll start at the Spanish GP. Big thing about that, Grosjean crashing with Haas. He knocked out two guys, Pierre Gasly with Toro Rosso, and Nico Hülkenberg with Renault. And he almost knocked out Carl Sainz while he was at it because he barely missed it as well. Nasty crash, knocked all three of them out, gone with. But overall, Team Mercedes with Hamilton and Bottas just dominated, just massive gaps, 30, 40 seconds plus. Yeah. Yep. Did fantastic on that. Hamilton had a great day. As far as the last race was concerned, which was 2 weeks ago, because Canada is this weekend, was Monaco, which I think most people would notice, even if you weren't F1 fans. It's definitely the most iconic racetrack out of the circuit. And
why is that?
It's just the one that everybody knows. Everybody knows Monaco. Even if you don't watch racing or anything, everybody knows Monaco. It's like the poster child for F1 as far as circuits go. And they celebrated 75 years with F1 at Monaco.
It's quite the streak. I like it.
Yeah, 75 years in the same circuit on the same track. The tracks virtually stayed untouched throughout the years. Great. Big thing was there was a pretty serious crash near the end of the race, which involved Leclerc, which I believe races for Sauber, and Toro Rosso's Brandon Hartley. Leclerc basically just hit him in the rear, just rear-ended him.
Did they both spin out?
Yeah, Leclerc lost control, blah, 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 smashed in the back end of him. Brandon Hartley managed to continue to go and get to the pit. He basically only had damage to the back rear body panel.
Did anybody break anything?
Well, Leclerc did. He was totaled. He was out.
No, I mean
but
physically.
No. The racers are fine. In both the Spanish and the Monaco, by the way. So nobody was mortally injured or anything like that.
It wasn't no Ferrari accident, was it?
No. Overall, though, Ricciardo won, which poster child for Red Bull. He got first. With engine problems.
Oh.
He had powertrain problems the whole race. Almost the entire race, he had a lack of power, and he still got first. That's how slow most of the teams were running for that race. And he ended up winning, remarkably, and it was a good point for Red Bull.
Good. It makes up there when they crashed in the first or second lap and they both got out.
Yeah, the only crash that happened was very, very late in the game, whereas with Spain, the crash that happened that I mentioned was within the first turn almost. Like, it was within the first lap.
But they both stayed in till the...
But Well, Leclerc was
the end.
out. Leclerc was out. So there was one casualty as far as like being
Vehicle.
out of the race and vehicle wise. But Brandley Hartley managed to get relatively unscathed, had some minor body damage, and went on to complete the race.
So how are we looking in the standings? How many races are we in now?
We are in, I think, somewhere right around like the 8th place mark.
So who's in first place?
So right now we're in, as far as individual standings, Hamilton, which is my boy. He is at first with 110, but Vettel's not far behind him, like hit 96.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it's
One race.
Yeah,
One bad race and one good race.
One race, like,
Yeah.
and they're up in, that's what you get for the number 1, number 2 guys.
Yeah.
Ricardo with his win in Mercedes in Monaco, did him good. He's sitting in a comfortable 3rd with 72.
Oh, he's been in the top 5 quite often.
Yeah, well, Red Bull is one of the top 3
Top
teams.
3,
Yeah. As far as constructors and team is concerned, Mercedes overall has 178 points. Ferrari has 156. So Raikkonen hasn't been doing quite as well as Vettel, so that's kind of where that shows. And then your 3rd comes to Red Bull with 107, which is a big boost again for Red Bull.
Yeah, I mean,
Because the fourth team, which is Renault, has less than half their points. They have like 46, 47, something like that. So Red Bull's win in Monaco and Ricardo's win in Monaco did Red Bull fantastic.
Okay,
Put them in solid.
I know it's still early in the season, but who do you have winning out?
Well, my hopes goes to Hamilton. I really want Team Mercedes and Hamilton to get another.
So if Hamilton wins, would it be a repeat or?
Yes.
So you got a repeat?
It would be a repeat, yes.
Okay.
Because Hamilton won last year's season. Vettel and Hamilton are neck and neck in terms of championships.
4 and 4.
4 and 4,
Yeah.
yes. So this would put Hamilton ahead in terms of that game, which would coincidentally, again, revolve in a repeat. But on to NBA, man. Exciting stuff happening over there as well.
I told you guys. I told you. Houston, no matter what, wasn't going to make the finals. No matter what team was playing, no matter what team wasn't playing. Why? Because somebody was going to do something. And that somebody was your good old typical CP3, Chris Paul. Guys, he gets hurt. Every single year this late in the season, this guy, you should bench him the first 30 games. Maybe he'll last past, the 3rd round this time. This is the first time in the 3rd round. But I'm not here to talk about him. I'm here to talk about LeBron's legacy. Look, hear me out. LeBron can be... if we're having an argument about him being the greatest player of all time, then LeBron already won. Like... What do you mean?
He did score 51 points in the game.
Okay,
like,
agree.
come on.
Okay. Say that for me. So before we get to the stats, this guy has faced. Okay. Here comes some stats. He's faced some super teams in his entire finals career. 3 times to a San Antonio Spurs that had every single one of them had Tim Duncan in it, and Tim Duncan had a great supporting cast every single time. And 2 of those times he didn't win MVP, within the 5 championships that he got. And both times he played against LeBron, he didn't win MVP. He was a supporting player. Point is, LeBron has faced super teams. He's 1-2 versus the Spurs. He's 1-2 versus the Warriors. The only win was the 73 wins he got, and then they added KD. Look, this is the troubling thing about adding a Kevin Durant on the team. Combined 3 players from the Golden State Warriors, game 1, 66 points.
That's impressive.
Three other players for the Golden State Warriors were another combined 58 points. Those in game 2, I'm sorry. Those players are Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. Then those first 2 games, you add Kevin Durant. You add another 26 to complement the 66. You add another 26 to complement your 58. And then on the other side, you have LeBron 51, LeBron 29 game 2, Kevin Love 22, Kevin Love 22 again the other night. The point is, and I don't even want to mention the other stats, guys, because I think you just got Green with 18 points game 1, Kyle Korver with another 18-20 game. Point is, yes, we all get it. He doesn't have the cast to win a championship. But that doesn't take away from how great this guy is. It just doesn't. If you want to put him number 1, no problem. If you want to put him number 2, no problem with me. That's my argument here today. That he already won. He's already solid 1 or number 2. He's won 3 championships. And I can argue it was a super team that first championship. Yes, it was a young super team, but they had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, a couple other guys, and to top it all off, they have James Harden coming off the bench. That's a super team. Right now, 3 of those guys can possibly be MVPs. You had 3 possible MVPs on one team at one point. If James Harden wins MVP this year, you had 3 MVPs on one team in OKC. LeBron took them down. Then you had Kawhi Leonard, second year in the league. But then you had Tim Duncan, Greg Popovich, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili still. And you complement that with Danny Green and Gary Neal shooting lights out, record-setting three-pointers in 2013. And yet LeBron still wanted to get back-to-back. Yes, he lost the very next year, but hey, come on, man. You gotta admit, Popovich outcoached Spoelstra, even without the cramp game that LeBron had. Don't diss on my man LeBron. His legacy set. Homie said it himself. He don't care what anybody says. Why? Because he's done what he needed to do. Brought a championship to his home. He's won back-to-back championships. First ballot Hall of Fame. Arguably top 2 player ever.
And leading up and speaking about LeBron, do you think Cleveland, because Cleveland has this game, their finals rests on tomorrow's game. Do you think they can win it? And if they do win it, do you think they can continue to win, knowing that LeBron basically has no secondary to himself? Like there's nobody. LeBron is carrying that team as far as in the finals.
They made a great point on ESPN the other day when they were calling out the other players on LeBron James' team. Mm-hmm. You have like 4 of those guys making over 10, 12 plus mil per year.
Sure.
And when you put up points like 2 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 points, 1 rebound, 8 points, 0 assists. 0 assists from. When you're getting paid that much, you need some help. Yeah, I'm sorry. Scratch that. Not that you need some help. It's freaking obvious he needs some help. The point is when you're getting paid that much, at least give the guy 10 points a game. At least give the guy, 7 rebounds. At least give the guy a couple good passes.
The guy may be great, but he's no Michael,
These guys are getting paid for a reason. It's time for them to step up like they did last year. They did win game 4. So yes, to answer your question, they will win game 4. They will win game 4. KD and Steph and Klay, they're all down to gang up on LeBron, and they want to get a sweep out of LeBron just like the Spurs did. And they want to, print their name in the NBA history books. But it's not going to happen. not against the greatest player in the world. He's gonna win Game 5. Can he win some more? If these guys can put the minimum of what they're asked to do, they can win a Game 5 and a Game 6. That's my answer.
So you think?
But they'll
so
lose
you
games.
think they're gonna win the next 3 games in a row?
No.
Cleveland.
What I mean is they'll win I'm sorry. I'm to correct myself. They'll win a Game 4 and a Game 5.
Gotcha.
It'll be over in 6. I gave LeBron 2 games before the series started, and I gave him 2 games still now.
Cool.
That's my
And
answer.
So when it's all said and done, and the dust clears, and the finals are over, who do you think's gonna get the MVP?
That's still a question. Okay, look, I believe it's gonna end in 6 games. For it to end in 6 games, LeBron has to have a 45, 8-8, and a 50, 9-10 type of game the next 2 games if they want to win 6 games, which I will think he will. But even with those stats, if Steph Curry is doing his 29 in Game 1, 33 in Game 2, he was a little off in Game 3, but he scores similar back up to the 25-plus column. Steph Curry will win the MVP this year.
Steph Curry. You're calling right now. Steph Curry is gonna win the MVP.
Steph Curry will win the MVP this year. He finally will get his finals MVP that I think will grant him first ballot Hall of Fame no matter what. One of the top 5 greatest point guards of all time, no matter what, because you can't argue with that, guys. 2 MVPs in the regular season, possibly 3 championships, and 1 finals MVP. This guy's top 5. Like,
even with some of
can't
his
argue.
even with some of his playoff blunders, like he was
I mean,
out for a handful of games on injury.
He
during
was
the
out.
finals.
He was
during
out.
the playoffs.
No, he was out in the first round.
Sure.
Kevin Durant was out in the first round last year, and he won his finals MVP last year. And everybody's talking about he's the greatest player in the world now, and nobody seems to discredit that. No, he's not. But Steph Curry's my MVP for this finals. Because Golden State's winning. I'm sorry, LeBron. I'm rooting for you, but Golden State's winning. I love to watch history. I would love LeBron to go Game 7 and win it out. First in history. 100% of the time, the team that's up 3-0 wins. They scratch that. I love to see that. Everybody will kill to see that. It's awesome TV, but some serious stuff has to happen that I don't think will happen. That won't happen. Golden State's going to win this one no matter what. If it's next game, if it's the following, or if it's Game 6, I'm calling it in Game 6. LeBron wins 2, they end 6.
You know what? And I think I'll have to agree with you on almost everything you said. Is that LeBron may be a good player and maybe an idol in his own right, and maybe putting points up, like Michael Jordan used to do and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Golden State is still winning, and they've got a solid team. And even if, probably like you said, even if Cleveland does win the next 2 or 3 games and tie it up,
everybody's hoping for 3. But
I still think that you're right. I still think that Golden State's probably gonna win it.
yeah. Well, guys, that wraps us up here at In the Kitchen. I'll let this guy close it off.
So thank you for tuning in and everything. Be sure to follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment down below. You can also follow us on Twitter at 1in_th3_kitchen. And that's all for us today. And we'll see you next time.
See you guys next time. Thanks for coming.